it takes forever to like click on all these buttons to get everything started. And there was like this huge revelation, and I felt like this hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, get this started so you can record it. And there's been some really deep thoughts that have been running through my head. And it's not so much that, yeah, you find it relevant to yourself, but when you have this desire to, I don't even know if it's not a desire to do anything other than maybe share. It's not really a revelation. It's a different word. It's a deep inner knowing that starts to happen and blossom and push up. It's like that seed that you planted 6 months ago or 2 weeks ago or 2 days ago that splits open. And there's this gestation period where that seed, it's spring where I'm at, so hey, maybe this is relevant. I had been working in the garden for past couple of hours, 3 hours, and it's, yeah, let's face it, I got dirt on my feet. It's awesome. But I guess the point is that there starts to be this, and I'm not aware of it, during this whole transaction of doing what I'm doing outside, and whether it's, filling in holes that we had a tree that had been cut down way before I had purchased where I'm at. And I think they probably did like a stump removal, not sure. But the roots, and it had to have been a huge tree, maybe even more than a meter across, which, is, probably about 3 feet, a yard, right? But I know it had to have been a tree because these places that are collapsing outside of this major sunken area that I've essentially filled in at this point, there are these lengths coming off of it. I almost said arms, but they're not really arms. It's like the root, everything is like decaying and collapsing in. I'm using both my hands, but you can't see them. But things seem to be collapsing in and integrating into the soil. So it's kind of hazardous back there. So I kind of figured, well, I have some potted plants that they were annuals, and I took them out, and there's still some really good soil there, very fertile. So I've been pressing that into these areas that are now become low spots. And you have somebody over and family over, it's kind of like, hey, watch your step. Let's not go in the backyard, right? But I guess the point is that doing these mundane things, if you will, kind of presents as a situation where you're connecting and not realizing you're getting these downloads until you sit down and you stop. And I think I talked about this earlier, to, just sit down and stop and think about the things that you're not even thinking. It's just these things rise up and manifest into your awareness that are important. And it's very individualized. It's very specific to who you are. And giving gratitude and appreciating these unique messages, if you will, is going to be critical over the next several weeks, months, and years. Even to the point of survival. And I'm not talking about, we're going to lose the electricity, we're not going to have water, the government's going to go away, and yada, yada, yada. I don't think that's going to necessarily happen. Things are going to get pulled back, so we don't have access to certain things. But this is more on the line of survival of self. And there's almost like a segregation of who you are that needs to take place, and maybe even a bifurcation. And I don't think it's even a bi. Might be a multitudinal cation. A multitudinal-fication. Because I don't think it's just a, this faction and this faction splitting. Because there are some people who have certain beliefs that go this way, but they're also kind of up over here with other situations and systems in their where they're at, where they're processing, and where they're living. God, this is getting like really. It's I don't know who this is benefiting, but it's for somebody. It's really is for somebody. Yo, look what happened with my Palo Santo. It's now calming down. It was like flames were up to like way high. Oh my goodness. It's like there are unexpected things that are going to happen. They're not bad. They're just to raise our awareness of whatever it is. I don't know at this point. All right, so the raising of awareness is and what it's regarding is what I meant to pull cards on. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, you know, my Virgo inside is saying that's not going to happen. All right. Yeah, you know, this is real. This is the real deal. You know, it's still over there. Like, there's like 3 or 4 pieces in there, and I need to drink some of my ice here. You can hear the wood crackling. It's like this. I mean, it was like way out there. It's like holy cannoli. So I had my Vogel crystal here, and I do. Yeah, I have my. Oh gosh, it's starting up again. Look at this. Look at this. Look at. It started up again. So let's see if we can't. And I have a thing here too. It's over there. It has what's the incense? Which I'm not going to smell anything. The only thing I'm going to smell in here right now is it's the Palo Santo. I was like, oh my gosh, there's like little embers in there. I'm going to have to get like something a little more sturdy than this little resin thing. Because this Palo Santo is off the freaking hook. So let's see what this is all about. I'm going to move this off to the side because I don't think you're going to be able to see anything through the smoke. I'm going to just kind of blow some. There's like ashes over there. Sorry, they're not like ashes. They are ashes. So I'm gonna let's clear this board. What the heck is going on, man? The original word, the original source. Wow. It's like the sound coming through. So let's see what this can manifest for us. And this feels like super relevant. And of course, this is timeless. Oh my gosh! I hope my smoke thingy doesn't, like go off or something. But you know what's really funny is that there's a little piece of sage down there, and I don't know about you, but sage will often remind me of cannabis. So I had to open a window. Suckers really like. There had to have been some really intense energy that needed to be cleared out of here. I feel like that this is a huge shift coming in for a lot of us. There's going to be a major shift, a major focus shift. And it's not a scary thing. It's actually very grounding because, like I said, I was out grounding today, not consciously. I mean, I wasn't focusing on, I'm grounding. No, I mean, I'm out in my bare feet or whatever, and I'm filling bird feeders and suet feeders and hummingbird feeders, and I'm putting, filling holes with some fertile ground and stamping them in with my feet. I didn't use any shovels or anything like that. So, I mean, this is something that's relevant to a major shift that's coming. So, separate aside from that, I'm going to push this aside a little bit. Ooh, dang, Skippy, that's hot. I'm going to put this down. I'm told no. Hang on to that. Push this aside. Because it is crazy hot. And it's going to be closer to a window. And let's see what additional things we can clear out with this. Okay, so one of the things that did just in that hot second is, you know, I am gonna, with my some of my earnings with all of this business, it's like right on the third eye, right there's like a little dot. There's gonna be a shift with getting a larger bowl, and it's going to be a representation of our expansion. But I'm going to have to do that with monies from the Auric Vibe 1111. I don't know, what do you call it? I mean, it's just me. It's just me. So I'm going to hang on to that, and give me a second here. I must say, my eyes are watering a little bit. I did have to remove the little guy here. I stopped for a second because, wow, it is so smoky. And my smoke alarm is right outside the door, so there's no way I want that to go off. So I shut the door, making it even more smoky in here. And I kind of, when I was taking it out, this is a thing about things that we create can sometime inadvertently create a bit of a haze and be a distraction. It's definitely a distraction to what we're trying to accomplish. So I'm asking for some clarity on maybe something that's a little bit deeper on things that maybe we can increase an expansion, increase a knowing, deepen a knowing, maybe even shift the angle of a knowing. Because a lot of times we can sit there and think, well, I already know this, I already align with this, I don't need to hear this again. But I think when we do that, we are often short-sheeting ourselves with additional information. Because, you know, the universe doesn't keep pushing the same thing on us if we already have this knowing. We already have this comprehension. Why do we keep getting the same? What's that? What's that all about? It's because we are missing something. And it's not to say that we're insufficient. It's just that we don't see, maybe this is why this has been on my hand. Look at all the facets on this. And I mean, by no means is it hugely complex. But there are a lot of different facets with this, right? Wow. Okay. So moving forward from this, what can we glean from this increased awareness of, I have to move that up to kind of see. It helps me see the edge of where you guys can see. You know, that's, I thought, oh, maybe I just need to move the cards off. And it's like, no, the cards actually help me with boundaries so that everybody's able to see. A little sip here of my ice water. And believe it or not, in Celsius, it's going to go down to about 4, which is below 40 if you're Fahrenheit. So a little ammonite, maybe from the original source, the original one, we'll get a little more clarity from the original word. Maybe the Akash can help us out, whatever benevolent interdimensional energies, beings, entities can help us with this, because, you know, we're pretty limited here in this space we're in. Some are more open than others, but I'm just saying, you know, everybody needs that. I felt like that one wanted to jump out. Thank you. But I mean, I guess the whole idea is that what is it that we're being made aware of? What is it that you're trying to get our attention for something? It's like, sure got my attention, right? You know, I don't want to be burning my house down. Okay, everything is like incredibly intense. I mean, I did a reading earlier today, and it was like I'm glad I have arms on my chair, because I didn't know, man. It's like, just stay put. You'll get through this. And when I stopped the recording, I was like, holy cannoli, man. Let's just carry on, shall we? All right, any more? No, okay. All right. Treasure Island. Oh my goodness. All right, so there's a bit of fire going on there, isn't there? There is a huge fire. Well, not huge. And I think in some of the religious texts I've seen imagery where the world is either the turtle or the world is on the back of a turtle on the elephant, that sort of a thing. But for me, it's almost like in this particular situation, the fire is within us. And there's all this heart magic. I didn't want to say heart energy. This is heart magic. Love magic. Connection. But we're so dispersed that we need to kind of pull it together. I don't think you can really see it, but there's also heart magic in the waters. Ooh, all right. Take that for what it's worth. Heart magic in the waters. Waters are very, very deep. Waters are sacred. Waters are blessed. You probably can't really see it. I really had to look close, but there are also the fins of the turtle. So there's this deep connection of heart and earth and with the sea. And sea, and this is a play on words here because it's SEA for the water, the salt water. But it's SEE in English for the sea that you can see with your eyes. And it's cloudy. Oh my gosh. You can't see. You can't see the blessing. We are about to see the blessing. It's going to come from the depths of the earth. Moo. Holy crow. Wowzers. What we're going to be pulling from the depths of the earth is the wisdom. This is a card that says to be fair. And F-A-I-R. It's not the fair of, like a fate. Like a F-E-T-E for those who know what I'm saying. It's not like that, the festival type thing. All right, this is more bedecked, bedazzled, bejeweled of wisdom. And having a reach beyond our realization of something. Ooh, wow. Okay. So something that is complex and it's not clear, but it's pure. Again, it's going to seem kind of cloudy and murky, but once this revelation occurs, there's going to be something we're all... I'm checking out what it says underneath. Holy cannoli. All right. So I'm going to try and hold this up. Do you see under where it says to be fair, right? You see that down there? Do you see where there's these little hearts? There's little bits of kind of murky. This is cloudy bits of business here, y'all. Ooh. So see, this is rising up from the depths, and it's coming up into here. It's coming up into here, right? It's coming up, and it's burbling up. And this is going to bring equanimity, bring equanimity. It's a kind of equality, but sometimes it's not going to be perceived as equality. It's because let's face it, humans are greedy. How come he got to do that? You know what I used to tell my kids? They were only 15 months. They still are. Their birth dates are still only 15 months apart. But the thing is, when you're developing as a kid, and based on not just their physical development, but it's also about their emotional development. It's like, well, how come he can do that and I can't? It's because you're not him. So everybody's going to be perceiving this a little bit different, and one person's equality is another person's inequality. I hope that makes sense. Ooh, it's going to make people, what are we going to orphan? I feel like we need to have clarity on that, maybe with some tarot, because there's somebody or something that's making someone or something feel orphaned. It's not for, this is actually someone who is this is for someone, this is a special message for someone. Because we are not orphaned. We're all connected. So even though this is just your feeling, your perception. So we'll get to those who are relating to that, because this is what we have. This is the leg up. This is like a star card, really, because it's that little bear is getting on to the big bear, and in the star, the child is on the horse, and there's some vulnerability. And I think that the cub here, the polar bear cub here, is also vulnerable. Little dude is like struggling, right? He's trying to push up on that big bear, trying to climb up there. All right, the equanimity. So this is for the here and the now. One of the things that has been really pulled into my awareness is this illusion of time. And the illusion of time is that we have these memories of the past. The memories of the past are relevant to our now. And based on these experiences that we've had in the past and where we are in the now, we formulate, think, calculate, plan, and believe, fantasize, imagine the future. And when we do that, we are bringing those ideas and things and concepts into the now. So even though you might say something is in the past and something is in the future, it's technically all in the now, right? And I feel like that's what this is. We are in the here, in the now, and we are getting the help that we need for that. Let's get some clarity with some tarot. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything here. This deck can sometimes be challenging, but this is what I am told to use. Oh my goodness. I hope this is helpful to someone, because this is like crazy intense energy that's been coming in the last, I don't know, it's been more than 72 hours. I'm going to put the thing on microphone. I'm going to turn it off for a second. And then, wow. And then there were none. Yeah, that was a bit of a cough. Gee, do you think it had anything to do with the smoke? I don't know. This kind of looks like, I don't know what it looks like. It looks like an old-fashioned English pub to me right now. There's a lot of smoke. Old-fashioned. Alrighty. So what about this here and now and this isolation? Let's look at the isolation first. This orphaned. I mean, and it's isolation and it's self-imposed. Maybe we're not orphaned. The rest of these are for over here. But this is a triumphant. We can't see the triumph. We're blinded. We see. And we are lacking that, I don't want to say lacking, but it came out lacking. It's a lack of realizing the temperance. And when you realize what temperance is, when you temper glass or when you temper steel, it makes it stronger. And you can over temper something. When you do over temper glass or steel, it becomes brittle. So it's something that's delicate. It's timing, it's temperature, it's just really paying attention. And if we're too inwardly focused, we are going to miss the victory. And this is what we're achieving in this. It's the Fool. It's a new beginning. And it's not a new beginning like we're going to expect. It's not a new beginning that we are going to anticipate. It's not a new beginning. It's going to look totally different. It's going to feel totally different. And it's going to cause a little bit of discomfort. And maybe that's where this is coming from. Look what we got. Ace of Wands. Excuse me. The Ace of Wands. Wowzers. It's like really electrical, on fire, sudden, new beginning. This is why we're going to need to really focus in on this here and now, staying grounded and anticipating that. Ooh, it's going to be quick, baby. This is the Chariot. It's going to be quick. Lickety split quick. Nope, that was it. I kind of feel like there's, okay. I kept getting a lot of, no, not really, come on. So it feels like something else came in, some other, not, it's related to this, but it was a different kind of group energy that came in, because the group that came in and gave us this information is still here, but they're kind of off to the side. And they're going to help with interpreting the next phase of what we're looking at. And, whoa, okay, do you want me to look at that? Divine timing. So sometimes we're going to want to kind of rush things, I feel like. Yep. Hey, we've all been there, right? You know. Some of us just want to get it moving. Get it moving, baby. All right. So what is it? These are like clarifiers right now, right? These are clarifiers for us in this message of just a leg up, frame, steady income, organizing accomplishments. So this is going to be something a little more creative and outside of what your typical ideas are, because this is art design, home-oriented, and self-employed. And if this is somebody who is looking for a self-employment, great. Don't jump the gun. This is saying, again, to, you know, with the Fool, even though it's like this risky feeling, the Fool has everything he needs in that little pouch. Or in this particular, she got the frickin' universe in her head, right? She's bringing that with her. So this is the same thing. We got to stay focused on that steady income, being creative, and treat... Oh, come on. I can hear him laughing at me. That's okay. It's all good. Right? They're not really laughing. They're laughing with me. All right. Allow compassion to guide your decisions. Your kindness will be returned to you with interest. And again, this is going to be unique. It's going to be different, right? So if you can't find the key to success, pick the frickin' lock. There's more. It doesn't say that, but that's just me. There's more than one way to win, right? There's more than one way to win. And this is allowing compassion to guide our decisions. Our kindness will be returned to us with interest. So, you know, this is hard. This one is hard for me because I have reached out in kindness and have almost lost my job over it. So let's be cognizant of that and be aware of that and how we can overcome that. And that's where we need that leg up, reaching out to people that maybe have already gone through things like that can help us navigate the more challenging things. So, wow, that's it. Hey, thanks so much. This is crazy, man. I can't believe all the stuff that's coming through. It's almost like a daily gig now. Oh, hey, I hope everybody has a great day. And if you need anything, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, all that other kind of fun stuff. And Solutions Group is always available. So shoot me an email and we'll work something out. Hey, I hope to see everybody on the flip side. Bye.